ने आइडिया दिया रोहित भाई को, कहता कि हेक्टर को कोच बना देते हैं.
In that space as well, with over 5 million YouTube subscribers. Please welcome to Origins, Scout. Scout, how you doing, man?
Hey guys, how are you?
Really, really good. How's things with you on your side of the world? Is everything good?
Yeah, everything's perfect. Everything is smooth.
You know what, Scout, I've got so much that I want to talk to you about, okay? But the best place for us to start really should be just right at the first moment that you picked up a video game. What console was it? What game was it? And why did you get hooked?
I think we got to go back to like 10 years back. I think it was one of those retro games where you used to put the cassettes in the console. And I think my first ever game was Mario and Contra.
I like that. Mine was the Nintendo 64. I was a big GoldenEye fan and Super Mario 64. I think you're a little bit younger than me, so you know what? I'll take that. That's fine.
Nah, to be honest, like, I have played the black and white Tetris, to be honest. So yeah, I'm from that.
Oh,
so,
I love it.
I have been there. I have been there.
What was it about gaming for you? So what was it? So you picked it up. Was it an instant love and an instant passion for it? Or was it just something you picked up every now and then you had to wait for the right game to come along?
So I was not from a very good background to own a console to play games. So whenever I used to travel with my family to different restaurants, we used to have a huge retro boxes in the hotels where we used to put a coin and play Tekken or Street Fighter. So every family trip, I used to play those games. So one of my cousins, they showed me that, they have a old console where you can play these games with the remotes and everything. So I was like, bro, I need that because I loved those games back in the days. So from that was the point where I used to enjoy myself while playing games. Like nowadays, people escape from reality and use the game for that, or maybe compete just for competing. They come in the gaming industry, but for me, it was pure entertainment and peace at that time.
I totally get that, actually. Peace being a really powerful word there. Like you feel like you're at peace, just enjoying the game, and you're enjoying something that someone has created for you to enjoy. It wasn't created to be super competitive from the get-go. I feel like games are just created to be enjoyed. But you talk about life growing up with your family and going to different restaurants. You found games consoles. You actually grew up in a town called Valsad, which is, by the way, a town famous for the best mangoes in the world. That's one. Tithal Beach. You can tell me about Tithal Beach because I don't know anything about it, so I need you to tell me. And also your famous wood, which in the West we call balsa wood. And I don't know if you know this, but I've got a very fun fact about your hometown. Do you know an extremely famous person from the West who actually their family is from Valsad? Do you know who I'm going to say?
I highly doubt, to be honest. I don't have any clue about
Freddie Mercury, the lead singer of Queen, his family is from Valsad.
Oof. Oh, that's a surprising fact for me. Okay, this is the first time I got to know. That's crazy.
But something that was special for you growing up in that town was actually football. Was there a local team that you supported, or was it just playing it that you got the enjoyment out of it?
Actually, I grew up here, but when I was my entire childhood, I spent in a hostel. So I grew up in a hostel, to be honest. And in Valsad, when I was here, I was with my parents. I was a proper kid who used to study and wanted to become a scholar. But in my 7th grade, my parents sent me to a hostel that's in my birthplace. That's in Orissa. I grew up in a hostel. So, the boys with the boys and all the things happening. The kid who used to study a lot and wanted to become a scholar later became a footballer, an athlete. So my transition was completely different when I was here in Valsad and when I grew up in a hostel.
Well, you were actually hoping to take that passion for football that you had growing up in that hostel, and you were trying to take it the distance, weren't you? But you got an injury. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit more about that injury and what happened and how it was so life-changing?
To be honest, I was 50% there to be a pro footballer, and I was pretty good. I played nationals, I played states, I played almost everything. Unfortunately, one of the worst injuries that a footballer can get is the hamstring. So I pulled my hamstring. I went for a bed rest for 2-3 months, and that time I used to play PUBG PC, but in cafes. So I used to search what similar game I can play on a mobile. And then I got to know there are different games which is called Battle Royale. I never knew about Battle Royale back in the days. I was a proper FPS gamer who just used to play Counter-Strike, Go, Counter-Strike, Condition Zero and everything. But then I found a couple of games which are similar to PUBG PC. And later we got to know that, it's going to be released. Then I signed in for the beta from the Chinese version of PUBG. And then slowly I got into PUBG.
Wow. So how long was it from this football related injury to discovering their passion or rediscovering Dude, we got to talk more about Revenant X Spark as well, because you've been a part of this organization for a while now, and you've actually recently announced a really cool collaboration. And when I say a cool collaboration, I think of, you know, we've had quite a few really big ones, I'd say, in our industry. You know, we had 100 Thieves collaborating with Gucci. We've had like a Disney, like Marvel collaboration with Liquid. You guys have gone big, and you've done a collab with Naruto. That is so cool. And it's like the way that anime and gaming kind of bridge the gap. I imagine everyone went crazy when they found out. Tell me about how that came about and your involvement in it.
I personally feel that not all gamers are anime fans, but majority of the anime fans are gamers. That's what I feel. I can still be wrong, but that's my perspective. And when I heard for the first time from my co-owner that, yeah, we're going to have a collab, I asked, with what? He told me Naruto. I was like, okay, that's big. And now when you see anime fans in almost all the industries, if you watch football, there are players who do celebrations representing their favorite anime characters. I was like, okay, this is something which we can take a step ahead and, you know, make it super big. And specifically Naruto being one of the big threes, it has a huge fan base. And I'm super happy that I'm going to be representing that in India and making what the fans deserve. Me, myself, being a huge fanatic of anime and a huge fan of anime, I feel I can make this happen for all the anime fans in India.
I love that, because actually as years go by, the more that I've been involved in the esports industry, the more can you give us any like
सब टेसरैक के लिए बायस्ड है।
आज स्पीरो भाई गए थे वहाँ रेवेनेंट एक्स पार्क के बूट कैंप, मुझसे बात करिए आपने कैसा रहा वहाँ?
अरे रेवेनेंट एक्स पार्क के बूट कैंप
रेवेनेंट एक्स पार्क
नहीं होती है।
रेवेनेंट एक्स पार्क के बूट कैंप में वो रहते कहाँ हैं? वो तो सब दमन में रहते हैं।
दमन में रहते हैं वो भाई। वो वहाँ पे मैंने वाइल्ड फैंग से बात करी। यहाँ तो हेक्टर था। हेक्टर को ये लोग खेलता हुआ देख रहे थे। हेक्टर था
रेवेनेंट एक्स पार्क के बूट कैंप में।
वो शूट था ना। तो ये फिर हेक्टर, ये स्पीरो ने आइडिया दिया रोहित भाई को, कहता कि हेक्टर को कोच बना देते हैं, अच्छा खिला रहा है, खुद भी खेल रहा है अच्छा। और मैंने अफवाह सुनी भी है भाई कि हेक्टर जा रहा है रेवेनेंट।
वाह भाई। हाँ,
पता नहीं, अफवाह सुनी मैंने।
ये बेटा तो सामने बता देगा भाई।
बता, ये अफवाह बता
छुपाएगा यार।
क्या
अफवाह बता, हमसे छुपाएगा वो।
देख भाई, तूने अफवाह जहाँ से भी सुनी है, मैंने नहीं सुनी है भाई।
अफवाह नहीं सुनी तुमने? तुम कोई अफवाह सुनते भी हो?
नहीं, मैंने नहीं सुनता भाई।
बाबू सुना करो यार कुछ।
नहीं, अफवाहों में विश्वास नहीं करता हूँ।
तो आपने ये सुना कि स्प्रे गॉड का टाटा बाय बाय हो गया?
ये थोड़ा बहुत सुना मैंने।
बाबू ये तो स्काउट ने बोला। आप
तो मैं बोल तो रहा हूँ, यही सुना।